Hey guys, it's Rahim, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe button because I talk about property investment, personal development and how to gain financial freedom. In this short video, I'm going to share with you how you could retire age 30. If you ever wonder how people are able to retire by the age 30, this video is for you. If you want to learn and understand exactly how to implement strategies like that to become financially free, not just financially free, but financially independent, this video is for you. I'm going to talk to you about all the processes and things you need to put in place in order to achieve that financial freedom, financial independent by the age 30. And what I'm going to share with you is what I implement in my life is based on my personal experience. Hopefully be able to anchor that and use it to make you retire age 30. If you're already 30 years old, maybe perhaps you want to retire age 40 or maybe age 45. If you implement what I'm going to share with you, there's no way you will not be able to retire age 40 if you are 30 years old. So let's get to it. You see, in order for you to be able to get to where you want to go in any form or situation, you'd have to kind of future forecast yourself. What do I mean by future forecasting yourself? Is visualizing what you want to set yourself to achieve, what you want to achieve in life. You have to visualize that, see that in your mind's eyes. For some of you, it may be difficult to visualize it, but if you cannot visualize what your life look like, perhaps you want to look at someone in social media, someone that is doing really well, someone that you not just inspired, but you kind of envy because they're doing really well, especially if it's in a field that you really want to get into. Try to visualize, thinking how you could live that sort of life. And perhaps you may want to think about someone that you see as a role model when you grow up that is very successful. Maybe you want to visualize that way, because the visualization is what gets you to the first step of getting you to retire age 30, because the first step is setting goals. I've not been banging on about goals. You may be thinking something literally out of the moon. It's not. It's about goals and basically planning. So when you're setting goals, I don't want you to set the goals as if you're already baby goals. I don't want you to set baby goals. I'd like you to set the goals, gigantic goals, yet realistic goals that you want to achieve. So some of these goals may be out of your mind, basically. You'll be thinking, whoa, I'm not going to achieve, but I want it to be gigantic goals. I'll give you two reasons why it is important to have a gigantic goal. So one, it gets you to extract your superpower to achieving the goal. And the second benefit of setting high goals, it wakes you up in the morning. It gets you to have chills because you really want to achieve those goals. So once you write those goals, hopefully they are gigantic goals, and you've got the vision already in what you want to achieve, and then what you then do is something that we call plan. You draw a roadmap to take you from where you are to where you want to be. The next thing you want to do is plan. Plan is the strategy that takes you from where you are to where you want to be. See it this way, it's like a sat nav, right? If suppose you live in London and you want to travel to Birmingham, if you don't know the road or the way to get to Birmingham, you'd have to use a sat nav to get you to where you want to go, right? So it's the same as plan. So because once you punch that postcode to where you want to go, the sat nav then gets you a plan, a roadmap to take you to that destination. So same thing about the goals. Your goals is kind of your postcode, right? To where you want to get to, right? So once you've punched that postcode to the sat nav, and then the sat nav then draws that roadmap to take you there. And the beauty about the sat nav, no matter what roadblocks that sat nav face, it would eventually find side roads, country road, dual carriageway, whatever way that may be for you to get you to your destination. So that's what the plan does, because the plan draws that roadmap, and along the way you may divert, you may be moving elsewhere to get you to that same goal you want to achieve. So once you've got that plan, what you then do basically is to break it down chunk by chunk. It's like you're traveling, right? You have rest stations. If you're getting a bit tired or you think you're driving a bit more, you kind of pull up and then go to this service station to take a bit of fresh air, or maybe perhaps buy yourself a cup of coffee to get you going. So it is similar thing. So once you're setting your goals, you're setting them in chunks, right? You're going to break them down in a monthly goals, maybe weekly goals, daily goals, hourly goals, 30-minute goals, or even minute by minute goals. Because once you've chunk it to little pieces, then you'll be able to digest and obviously execute your goals using the plan. Okay, very important, because if you haven't connected your goals and the plan, you won't get there. Suppose you wanted to buy or acquire, let's say 5 properties a year, right? If you haven't got any strategy or plan to where to start looking or which area you want to buy properties, you're not going to go anywhere, right? It's the same thing. So you want to get those goals, get a plan of action, chunk them down into little pieces, as you already know the sayings. As a wise man once said, the only way to climb a mountain, a high mountain, is one step at a time. So obviously you take one step at a time to get you a little closer to where you want to go. Suppose that you've got your goal, you've got your plan. The next thing you want to look at is the money, right? You need to have some sort of money to get you to where you want to go. It could either be other people's money or your money, basically. But the next plan that really helps every successful and any successful individual is what I call savings. So you save in order to be able to have money to execute what you want to execute. Not just that. Here's the thing. If you start saving money, it teaches you 2 things. It teaches you discipline of consistently saving that money. It doesn't matter how much it is, but it creates that disciplinary. And saving that money also triggers you to be able to start budgeting, knowing what you spend your money on. You stop spending unnecessary things. Okay, these 2 things benefit you greatly. So you start saving. I'm not asking you to save for little interest that the bank pays you. You're saving, I call it storing, to be honest. You store that money until it's enough to start something else. Perhaps you want to save enough in order for you to be able to show an investor, look, I'm really ready to invest. This is how much I've saved, and I'm ready to work with if you can put some more money in it. To be honest, if you are looking to raise finance, in most cases, people would ask you, what's your skin in the game? How much are you putting in? Perhaps. So if you've got a little money, that ensures commitment, consistency, and discipline along the way to save that little money. So then you know when someone invests their money with you, you would literally hold that money as an egg in order to ensure that money works for you and your investors. So savings is one of the most disciplinary things that you can, because believe me, 90% of the population have struggled savings. They really struggle for savings. They're one paycheck away to bankruptcy because they're not used to saving. So savings is one of the best ways to learn how to budget and invest or spend your money wisely. And the third thing you want to do if you really want to retire age 30 is educating yourself. Educating yourself is one of the foundations of getting you to financial freedom. So I'm talking about education. I'm not talking about traditional education here. I'm not talking about getting a degree, getting a master's or a PhD. I'm talking about an education that would allow you to implement what you're learning immediately. Suppose you want to get into property, right? The way you can educate yourself is to find someone to mentor you, coach you along the way to help you implement what you visualize to do, what you set yourself to do, what you plan to do. That's the sort of education I'm talking about. I'm not talking about university education to go and get a degree in business or stuff like that. I'm talking about getting someone to coach you, mentor you, so you can follow their roadmap or their footstep to get you to where you want to be. That's one of the best form of education. Traditional education is a bit kind of redundant, except if you want to be a pharmacist, a doctor, or something like that. But if you really want to be an entrepreneur, a business person, you want to educate yourself by finding someone to mentor you, coach you, to expedite your investment process. Here's the beauty of doing that. The beauty of getting someone to coach and mentor you is that you will learn what they've learned for 10 years in literally an hour, or maybe a month, or maybe even 3 months. You'll learn all that, and all you do, you can execute, and then obviously expedite your investment journey. And the fourth and most important thing, suppose you've got your goals, you've got your plan, you've saved a bit of money, you have educated yourself. The next part, which is the implementation process. So you've learned how to invest, you know what you want to do. Now you want to invest in getting passive recurring income. So you want to be investing in assets that appreciate whilst give you passive recurring income. So what are these sort of assets? Some of these assets could be index funds, for example. You can invest in index funds. You might not get lots of passive recurring income, but what happens, index funds tends to perform a lot better than lots of commodities out there. Now, it's kind of safe as well. right? You can be putting in a little bit of money in your index fund and you watch it grow and grow and grow, and then sometimes you'll be able to get some money out of that. But one of the best ways to invest for passive recurring income is properties. So why am I banging on properties? I'm banging on properties because properties is kind of easy, and also it gives you better return on your investment, and because you can own it, control it, and you don't have to work your way on how to store stuff and all that sort of thing. So you've got your property there, you can walk past it, you can drive past it, you can visit it, you can hug it, you can even kiss it if you ever wanted to kiss your properties. And best of all, it appreciates in value. You can appreciate in value, and obviously you get passive recurring income because obviously the tenants pay you. And the beauty about property also, you can leverage massively. You can leverage so much that you don't have to put any of your money in, because you could be using OPM over people's money. Suppose you want to buy £100,000 property now, you don't need £100,000 to buy that property. All you would need is 25% of the £100,000, which is £25,000. And guess what? The bank will lend you 75% of that, which is £75,000. You can go then and buy that property. Guess what? That £75,000 debt is what we call a good debt. That's your mortgage. And guess who pays for that mortgage? Your tenant pays for the mortgage, because what happened? Your tenant will pay you the rent more than, of course, if you experience the mortgage that you're paying your lender, and then you make the difference. So that's the reason why I love properties. Properties is what I will literally die for. I love it because it makes me passive recurring income as well as capital appreciation. So if you're thinking about retiring age 30, now is the best time to take a leap of faith to start and take your financial situation into your own hands to become financially independent. I hope this video has been helpful. If this video has been helpful, hit the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. I look forward to sharing the next video. Thank you.